And with that, let us start our journey into Chapter 1, after we hydrate. Oh boy. I was thirsty there. Damn. Alright, wake up, Mario. Time to get to work. Thanks for all your help, buddy. And we're off. And we have some dialogue. Black. The void has been ripped in the dimensional fabric. Yes, Count Bleck is pleased. All has gone as foretold in the Dark Prognosticus. Now it's just a matter of time until all worlds meet their demise. Bleck. Ladies and gentlemen, it brings me a great pleasure to introduce Ochunks. Wow, that's just super, Count. Yeah, first you'll erase all these naughty worlds, and then you're gonna build a perfect world without war and all that other icky stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, Dementio. Yes, no one likes the icky stuff. Yes, a perfect world sounds magical. Ahaha, I can hardly stand the wait. Boy, Dementio's sure not up to anything crazy, I'm sure. Definitely. Sorry I'm late. Ladies and gentlemen, the real Ochunks. What in blazing Pograts? How'd I beat meself here? What's going on? Me. Oh, Ochunks, you big silly. Did you oversleep or something? I guess it's kinda hard to be on time, though, when you've got muscles instead of brains. Hey! You can't fool me with that crazy shape-shifting hooliganry. It's Mimi in it. Show a little respect for the Count. You can't go borrowing his face, lass. Blah. Sorry. How delightful, Mimi. Almost as dapper as Count Bleck. Ah, golly, thanks, Count. With you around, it's nothing but big smiles all the time. Hanging out with the Count, that's my idea of a perfect world. And here I thought Mimi's ideal world was a gem-filled pool with hunky lifeguards. Hey, Dementio, have you been reading my diary? I mean, never mind. No judgment here. Well, different strokes for different minions. After these rotten worlds are ended, Count Bleck will make all your dreams come true. But for that to happen, we must follow the instructions of Dark Prognosticus. Yeah, about that, just an FYI, I've got an urgent memo for your inbox. She's essentially his secretary. Apparently there's been some unapproved interdimensional activity lately. I'm thinking it's the Hero of Prophecy. We're gonna need an action plan for this guy. A dimensional interloper, and possibly the hero. You're sure of it, Nastasia? Nastasia? I don't know how it's pronounced. Nastasia, I'll go with. Interesting, mused Count Bleck. We must put an end to this nuisance. Count Bleck. Let me get this right in me brain. The hero Nastasia's going on about. He your enemy? Then you gotta cut me loose on him. You gotta. I'll give him a nice taste of Ochunks. Very well, Ochunks. I'll leave the hero chunking to you. Do not fail, Count Bleck. You can count on me, Count. I'll rain down like a fat thunderstorm. I swear it. Mimi, Dementio, you should tag along. You can witness a proper chunkin'. I do enjoy a good chunkin'. For your world's end draws near. No small task. Could he prevent Count Bleck from pulling off his sinister plot? When Mario reunite with Princess Peach, a truly interdimensional adventure was about to begin. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Chapter 1-1. The adventure unfolds. Music goes hard. Pretty typical for a start to a Paper Mario game here, just, you know, lots of greenery, some trees, you know, the usual. We better go find them. One more thing, if you want to learn about anything, just use my power. I know many things. Simply point your Wii remote, this thing, I guess, at the screen, and Pippi will focus on where to point. On where you point, excuse me. I have it set up to do that, though. I have the I forget if it's... I think it's L2 that I have set up for, really don't remember which button I set for shaking. But I know which one I have for pointing. Okay. Lineland Road. Now, one of the biggest things you'll notice here is... biggest departure, and you'll recognize that right there from the original Mario game, same exact setup. The other two Paper Mario games preceding this were very much in 3D already. So it really makes you wonder, why did they decide to just go side-scroller with this, and then make 3D a gimmick in a sense? And that is not something I have the answer to. Obviously, I did not work on this game. I don't work for Nintendo. But in my humble opinion, I don't hate the decision. Again, I don't want to say vastly prefer. I do prefer the styles of the original two games to this one. But this was an interesting change of pace that really just, like, freshened things up. It's very, very fascinating. It's very, very good, but it makes you wonder why. It's, you know, you're thinking, like, why did they turn 3D into a gimmick? When the other two games were, you know, like, you could walk up, down, side to side, you could walk in all four directions. It was 3D. But now all of a sudden, it's a gimmick. It's something I don't understand. It's not a complaint. It's more of just like a, trying to understand it than anything else. So far, so good with these controls that I set up. And I don't understand it. I'm not sure why they did it or what they were going for. But, again, it's not a bad change. It was very... I love this gameplay. It's great. I prefer the gameplay the first two. But it's fascinating. It's different. It was a good change of pace. And it still kept what made Paper Mario Paper Mario. A heartwarming story with fantastic, charming dialogue. It did not interfere with that, and at the end of the day, that's what I care about the most. It's just strange, the decision-making process. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall for it. Just like, alright, let's take this game that was 3D, and then make it 2D, but then make 3D a gimmick. It's weird. It's fascinating. Anyway, what is this meager mustache that stands before me, and how does it have the audacity to address my multicolored glory? How do these flimsy whiskers detect my secret door? Wait right there. Red shirt, conspicuous white gloves, jaunty cap. Ha! You are garbed in the rich cloth of the hero of prophecy. You must be the great hero impersonator. What a costume. You look like you leaped right out of the pages of the Prognosticus. This is Mario. He's dressed like that because he is the hero. Merlin told us to find you. Only his full-bodied beard rivals my hairy magnificence. Hairy magnificence? If Merlin thinks you are the hero, you probably are, I think. Well then, as the ancient prophecy foretells, I, Bestovius, will bestow upon you the ancient secrets of dimensional flipping. For a nominal fee of 10,000 coins. But that's preposterous. You can't charge to teach the hero of the prophecy. Why not? Even the great and splendiferous Bestovius has certain expenditures. They like using long words in this game. Now I know where I got it from. Why should the hero get the world delivered to him on a well-garnished platter? These heroes think they can get away with shaking people down for free skills. A mere 10,000 should be nothing for a hero. Yes. Wait a moment, you lack 10,000 coins? I should have expected such cheapskatery from a hero with a scrimpish mustache. Now that I know you are determined to cheat me out of my due tribute... Yes, you can have them, all 7 of them. Man, imagine if Origami King Mario was here. 10,000 coins would have only been like a third of his wallet. Again, inflation hit the Mushroom Kingdom hard. Filmity flabby flume, diggity daggity doom, zibbity zabbity zoom. Shaboom! Flip out. Now we can flip between dimensions. Press A to slip between the dimensions. One of my favorite gags in this game. What is this A I speak of? I assure you that if we are being watched from another dimension, those beings will understand, but you lack the mustache for full comprehension. Okay, so we can flip now. And now we can be in 3D. And we can play this game in a slightly, very, very slightly janky 3D mode now, instead of just the original standard 3D. You're doing a lot of forward and backward here, not a lot of side to side. It's a very linear path. Aha. Going back down here for reasons. It's because there's a bunch of coins hidden behind this. Yeah, not a bunch, more like 5. But since we just got robbed blind by Bestovius, we take those. Fascinating, isn't it? Defeat enemies to earn points. Alright, there's gonna be a moment coming up here where I'm just gonna straight cheese it. Goomba card. I also like the fact that this game has a score. I don't really pay attention to it that much, but I also like the concept of having a high score to shoot for. It's like a good secondary thing to follow. Whoops. Another similar setup to level 1-1 of the original Mario. Alright, we don't want to be over here because we can't get those. We want to be as close to over here as we can be. Let's see if I see any big ones. Oh, there's a nice little bundle. No big coins fell, that's weird. It's really weird. Let us continue. Also, Mario jumps like a menace in this game, too. Like, he's been working out. Like, he's got ups in this game. Like, I feel like his jump height tripled since Thousand Year Door. I believe this is where we cheese it a little bit. Yes, this is it. This is it. We actually don't want those, because then you see that army up there? Actually, wait, hold on. I want to... This thing... Yeah, I already jumped on it twice, it doesn't matter. The points would be minimal. Alright, this should get us at least 2 level ups, maybe 3. It might be hard for me to execute with a PlayStation controller, but let's find out. Okay, there's one. Damn, that's okay. We got enough out of it. Yeah, it's harder. A Wii Remote would be better. My jumps were a little off there, but we got through a good chunk of it. Good way to, you know, stack up XP early on. We should have another level up coming up soon now. This would typically be the end of World 1-1 in the original game. The original game is in, you know, the original Super Mario Bros. For NES. Just to clarify. I don't know why I jumped right into that, when I could just go around them. This is a pretty dope moment in this game. I love this. This is a Megastar, ladies and gentlemen. I love stuff like this. There's no reason for it whatsoever, yet it's still just awesome. I have a feeling I'll level up here too, just a hunch. Normally I level up 3 times in the first, in 1-1. We gotta be close. Is there anything for me to know that? No, I'm actually not close. Okay, maybe it usually was only 2 times. Anyway, that is the end of 1-1. Like I said, though, we are doing the entirety of Chapter 1 tonight. We still got 1-2, 3, and 4. And so Mario came to learn, again, just to be clear, I adore the storybook format. Just all of these little things in between the chapters, absolutely love it. I wish it's something they brought back. And so Mario came to learn the stupendous ability of flipping between dimensions. But there was no time to celebrate. Mario still had a pure heart to find. The trail ahead was overrun with savage beasts. "Follow me," Tippy said, as she flew towards the mountain that loomed ahead. The pure heart was hidden somewhere on the other side. Chapter 1-2. Afoot in the foothills. So far, far away. I'd be playing catch with myself. The Koopa Bro with sunglasses was always, I guess, just a standard Koopa. The Koopa with sunglasses, always one of my favorite looks in the entire Mario universe, honestly. We're gonna be riding this again. I just saw that question block there. Is it anything useful? I have no idea. Actually, no, we don't have to ride it again. Oh, just a coin. What a ripoff. Moving on. Get double coins if you're in 2D here, or 3D, excuse me. Yeah, just take the hit. That's fine. That's okay. It's intimidating, right? Wrong. Bridge closed. Oh no! Is our adventure over already? Nah, we just gotta talk to this guy. Hey man, how's it going? Hey, you can see me! This is unbelievable. I've been freaking out here for days, and finally someone sees me. A couple mornings ago, I roll out of the wrong side of the bed, and once I get my coffee, I realize I'm stuck in some freaky parallel dimension. I've been hollering and flailing for days, but nobody could hear me or even see me. Just when I was starting to think I'd be here forever, I see you. He's gonna hitch a ride. We saved this man's life. My guy managed to wake up himself into 3D. business. Yeah, that 3D business freaks me out too, to be honest. I experience it every day. The rot consumes. Anyway, the name's Red. Nice to meet you. There is. Yeah, you could open the bridge. The impasse. It seems we have reached an impasse. Pink one is right. I think it's the second stream in a row I've quoted that. I'm only allowed to let a choice view across the bridge. It is in my job description. I am sure. I did do that, yes. Hard question incoming, watch this. Oh, it's definitely red. Sure. Me as a kid whose favorite color actually was red, that always gave me great pleasure in answering that. We got math equations going on in the background right there. This game's so fascinating, just like the art style and the directions they chose. I love it. And I feel like there's always something cool happening in this game too. Lots of dialogue, lots of cool characters, always something cool happening. There is not much dead time. If at all. Alright. This is where I got up to in my warm-up. Or test, I should say, not warm-up. There's a shop here. We can buy shit now, look at that. A good day to you, sir. Yep, we know. Point system, yep. I got it. What do I currently have? Okay. Ooh. I don't remember POW blocks being that expensive. I should never really need a life shroom in this game. Probably another fire burst. That's it for now, buddy. Okay. In trouble, flip. Something suspicious, flip. Feeling saucy, flip. That's what we do here. We flip. That's what I do. I'm always looking for a secret around the corner. In fact, I know there's one right here. Oh, guess I can only enter it from back here. There we go. There we go. This is late night allergies again. Alright, we could either pick up 16 coins here, or we could pick up 48. We're gonna pick up 48. Simple maths. It's been a while since I've done a run of this while exploring everything. I'm not going to stop and talk to everybody. If I did that, I wouldn't finish it before 1,000 Year Quick Drops. It's not that comprehensive. Just, you know, as comprehensive as we can get, cover everything we possibly can. Man, there's really no way through that. When in doubt, flip. Alright, time to put my point emulation settings to good use again. Uh-oh. Oh. Now what do we do? Now I can give some commentary on the pixels. First of all, I just want to say, this music, when you encounter them, it goes hard. These guys are awesome. They're just cute little sprites, very, very well designed. And just in that regard, they're just plain awesome. And there's a lot of them, with a lot of uses. The only criticism of them is, like I said, Tippy, a top 5 all-time Mario Party partner. These guys, there's not much personality to them after you first encounter them. Slight downgrade from the previous 2 games. Even the first game, though, there wasn't much dialogue. Like, there was occasional dialogue from the character you happened to have out. It was 1,000 Year Door that really took the characterization of them to the next level, and then this game kind of dialed it back down a bit. But anyway, wait a moment. If I had been set free, the legendary hero must have done it. I expressed concern when the ancients stuffed me in that chest 1,500 years ago, but it seems my fears were quite unfounded. The hero has finally arrived. Imagine just, you know, 1,500 years in a box. I really don't think they needed to put him in a box either. Just, you know, I feel like he could have lived his life. My name is, I think that's pronounced Thoreau. You are a pixel as well? But you don't look familiar. Are you a newer model? That will be elaborated on in extensive detail in the coming chapters. No matter, details do bore me. What is important is the fact that I have been waiting ages to lend my skills to the hero. Yes, I will. Welcome to the party, buddy. Because Mario needed this guy to be able to throw. Simply press 1. What's this one you say? Again, I love this running gag. You need not worry. The great being that watches us will know what it is. I wouldn't exactly call myself a great being. I'd call you guys, my lovely viewers, great beings, but I would not call myself a great being. Like maybe like an average being. Just remember that I can grasp objects and enemies and hurl them with gusto. Ready, set, go. Yeet. Sweet, sweet freedom. Glorious day. Give him the old flipperoo. Perks of being 3D. This would be the mayor of the town, also known as Watch It. Who's it? I'm the elder around here, so watch it. What do you want? Get off my rug. Actually, we were hoping to pass through town. Nothing but desert past here. There's treasure, but you'll get grit in your grunders. That's what here is for. The old town. Keeps the treasure safe from you. Watch it. Can't let you pass. See this little guy in my pocket? He's got something to tell you. I know what he says. Watch it. So give it up. Was it? You're the hero. Dumplings. If you were, you'd have a pixel that's shaped like a hand. We do things beforehand around here, ladies and gentlemen. If you had one, I might believe you're the hero, but you don't. Watch it. Was it? You do? Of course you do. You're the hero. Knew it all along. I'll give that green fella a call. Look at that ancient cell phone, ladies and gentlemen. Boy, how times change. Also, yes, my phone background is currently Mario giving the thumbs up. Watch it. I said watch it. Watch it. Watch it. I said watch it, not botch it. The hero fella wants to get across the bridge. Yes, I told him about the grit. Ah, yes. I feel like as a kid, I wouldn't have found that funny, but now I find that hilarious. Yes, I told him about the grit. Just let the mustache guy through. Just get off my rug and go talk to Green at the edge of town. Watch it. Looks like I can finally retire because my job is done. Keep a watchful eye out for some runes. The treasure is there. Nasty beasts too. So... watch it. Again, as I've said, there's a lot of personality in this game, and it's great. The personality never really stops in this one, and it's awesome. I'm too young to be wandering the edge of town, don't you think, kid? And again, I love just like the blocky, simple like shapes art style of this game. I absolutely love it. Like there's mathematical equations in the background for some reason. I have no idea why or what it means, but it's just fascinating. What's up, Green? That's me. That's a fancy bridge. This is a losing battle here. If you say green, he calls you a liar. If you say red, he yells at you. I don't know if I've ever answered both. Both. You can use it to get out of my house. Yeah, it's a lose-lose. Oh god. Wow, I was not expecting that. I thought there would have been ground there. And ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of 1-2. We're halfway there. These chapters aren't particularly long. This is one of those games where, well, I'm in a slight... Let me get the exact number here. I think it was 18 hours. I want to say. That sounds right. That sounds very right. There's a lot of side stuff. Time-consuming side stuff. Yeah, 18.5 hours main story, 51 hours if you're going for 100% here. I don't remember the exact numbers for Thousand Year Door in the original Paper Mario, but I know they're much closer than that. Like, I want to say it's like 20-ish, and then like 25 for the first one, and then like 26 and like high 30s for Thousand Year Door, something like that. There's a lot of optional stuff in this game, which is also really cool. A lot of it, which surprisingly, I've never done. With a bold quiver of his magnificent mustache, Mario let loose a hearty sneeze. I feel you, man. It is allergy season. I'm dying over here. My throat's been itchy. For some reason, it flares up at night. My throat's been itchy for an hour now. A single grain of sand had flown along the warm wind and tickled the hero's nose. Okay, well, I'm sneezing for different reasons then, I guess. It wasn't long before Mario and Tippy found the source of the sand, the Yold Desert. Along the endless sun-baked expanse, Mario and Tippy continued their search. Chapter 1-3. The Sands of Yold. But yeah, as I said before, in the early stages during the intro portion, I believe I've beaten the Flipside Pit of 100 Trials once. Definitely never beat Flopside. Definitely never completed the recipes or the catch cards. Definitely never 100% of the Sammer Kingdom after the fact. Yeah, I didn't do much side stuff in this one. I was too busy playing the first two, I guess. I still beat this like a couple dozen times, but I just didn't do the side stuff. Go figure. Anyway, didn't Old Man Watch It say something about there being some runes around here? Yes, he did. The Pure Heart can't be far now. We'd better not waste any time. Oh man, I was hoping to... Come on now, come on. Nice. Hashtag points. Gotta go fast! Points, points, points. Gotta go fast. Excuse me. Fuck you. And you too. Oh, well. Let's try that again. There he goes. Bye-bye now. Not exactly sure. I'm probably supposed to throw at it. Whatever. These things can be a little annoying. Oh, okay, bye. Anything, is there? There's a catalog in this game, right? Maybe not. Yeah, no, there's not. Okay. That's one thing I don't remember. You're getting flipped, buddy. You're getting flipped. Welcome to 2D. sure y'all saw that protrusion, for lack of a better way of saying it. Ooh, wrong button. That was bound to happen eventually. Like I said, I'm so used to playing this with a Wii remote, obviously, because it's on Wii, and I've beaten it like at least a couple dozen times. This is an adjustment. And I'm proud of myself. That was the first screw-up I did, where I pushed the wrong button. Level up. These guys possess the great power of flip. I'm just gonna jog my memory here. I believe this is just a straight-up dead end up here. No, I just don't think there's anything for us to find. Except the Voltrum, apparently. Yeah, it is a straight-up dead end. Now, we know who Thorio is. We know who he is. Again, apologies for the occasional frame drop. I have done the best I can. One of these days I will stream from original hardware when I have the financial and just the time to look into it, research it, and do it properly. Try to get the correct capture card that I need to do such a thing. And I cannot wait for that day. So many first playthroughs. I mean, y'all have seen my collection. It'll be fun. But for now, we work with what we got. Find the tall red palm tree of fortune and leapeth under its branches 10 times. That'll require a little tad bit smidge of backtracking. Not much, it's just in the previous room, I believe. Aha! Good old Paper Mario and its red tree in the desert gimmick. Never gets old. That's the thing, I mean, I've never played Sticker Star or Color Splash, but there's always just like... sort of, for lack of a better way of saying, like just like repeated gags or gimmicks or functions that, go from game to game. They're like consistencies. That's the word. Consistencies. From game to game. I was struggling with that. Wrecked. That's what I thought it looked like in 2D. Nope. Nope. I hit it with the wrong button again. So, why am I confusing square and triangle? I have no clue. Usually it's like square and circle that I confuse when I button map the PS5 controller. Good maneuvering. It's gonna take forever to hit these things. Good points. I kind of forgot that you're, like, I didn't forget, it's just I didn't connect 2 and 2 there. Your points are kind of, you know, they're important. It's, that's what you level up with. So you're going for a high score for 2 reasons, I guess. Just for the fun of it and, to get stronger. Which was a welcome change for me. I mean, I like star points, don't get me wrong, but I don't... This is fun, too. I'm good either way. I like having a score that you can, like, track as well. Gragoogly! So you're the lad sticking his Dashy in me boss's business. You shouldn't have crossed the count. And now I'm gonna have to get chunky on you. Oh, stay hydrated out there, folks. I'm parched tonight. And it's me, Count Bleck's Thug. Oh, Chunks is me name. And I am no common thug lass. I thug for the Count of Counts, Count Bleck himself. One word from me Blecky boy, and I come to make you feel some hamage. Hamage. Make that damage. Not that it matters a pinch of stew in a sandstorm, you're a goner. Do you even know what Count Bleck is trying to do? Deh. Me boy's using his powers and whatnot to bring back some order to this here world. An enemy of Bleck be an enemy of mine. They all get chunked. Yeah, I wouldn't call him scary. Chunk on it. I got tossed. I cannot stress how simple the combat is in this game in most cases. Every once in a while you get something challenging, but it's very, very simple. Slight criticism. It kind of fits the game experience, though. But yeah, it's a... Well, not to say that it's not like the previous 2 games were challenging at all, either, really. But you know what I'm trying to say. It's just, you know, it's simple in the sense that there's not much to it. But, again, this game was going for something else, so that's okay. I just have my preferences. That's me, the strange little man. Maria, hey? 'Tis an odd name, yeah, but you can beat your bebby, I'll remember that. That's me, Maria. The one that gets shot and is gonna get shot twice in the year of 2024, the year of Shadow the Hedgehog. You remember this, Maria. If you didn't look like such a wee toddler, I wouldn't have taken it so easy on you. Now watch this exit. Did you understand a word of what that goon was saying? Iconic. This game is truly iconic. More runes. Purchase the atop the distant platform of blue, and following is for the hero's eyes only. That confuses me. Hold on, so that's this and this button. That's where I mapped both of those. Okay. Okay. Gotta find the blue platform. Oh. Wait, which button did I do? Which button? Which button? It's this button. It's this button. I figured it out. It's R1 that I mapped it to. I watched a video that had it mapped to L1, but it just didn't feel right. It feels much better at R1. To each their own, though. The rest of that video is very helpful, the button mapping for all the other buttons. The only thing I switched is the video I watched had the D-pad as the left stick on here. It just did not feel right. It feels much better using the actual PS5 D-pad for it, for me at least. Alright. Minus and 1, or in this case, square and whatever this button's called on the PS5. Now I'm thinking about it. This is a slight callback. That design there. That might be a callback to Super Mario Bros. 2. No? I've never actually beat that game, only the first couple levels. Never really got into that one. Obviously, I've beaten the first Super Mario Bros. That's a given. And I'm super into Super Mario Bros. 3. Whenever they release that NES World Championships thing, I'll probably get it. I will play the hell out of Super Mario Bros. 3. You have no idea. I will go hard on that. That and Kirby's Adventure. Oh, God. But that's for a different conversation. Somehow, Mario had found the strength to cross the desert's sweltering dunes. Ahead was a sprawling complex of ruins rising out of the sand. Thankful for the shade, Mario and Tippy ventured deeper inside. They were the very ruins Old Man Watchet had warned them about. What dangers lurked in the shady corridors ahead? We will find out. Chapter 1-4. Monster of the Runes. Pure Heart's nearby. Something else is waiting for us ahead. Overall, I guess what I should do is give my thoughts on the chapter as a whole. I can definitely do that as I go through. This chapter, great introductory chapter. It kind of throws you all over the place, but in a good way. Like, each one in this intro chapter, and it's kind of similar. Not probably to a lesser extent in the other chapters, but, you know, each subsection of the chapter has different feel to it. But this chapter, it really throws you all over the place. You're just like in like a forest, then you're in a mountainside, then you're in a desert. It's a good intro chapter though. There's a lot of charm to it. I love Old Man Watch It. I cannot stress that enough. Watch It is great. Here's the thing. I think it's a... Oh, no, it's a life shroom. Okay. Overall, this is a good chapter. I'm not going to rate them each time. I don't think. That's just... You know. It's a good chapter. I don't know if there is a bad chapter in this game, honestly. And if there was, I would be nostalgia blinded. So... Because I love this game. In a lot of aspects, it's an objectively mid experience. That might be a bit of a hot take, but... Oh, that's what I was looking for, right? Flip blocks. But the charm, the story, and everything takes the game to the next level. Easily. What it lacks in combat and some complexity here and there, it more than makes up for in the story and charm, and dialogue. And this chapter is a great start to it. Like I said, I truly don't think there's a bad chapter in the game. There's, if I remember correctly, there's some bad subsections. Like, it's a 2-2 or 2-3 in chapter 2, where you have to get all those coins. Imagine going in there for the first time. Like, once you know what to do, you're just like, oh, that's kind of funny in hindsight. I wasn't trying to throw him up there. But that's like torture the first time you do it. Legitimate torture. Thought there was something in there. Apparently not. And the first time I did it, I fell victim to that. Yeah, nothing like that in this chapter, though. Overall, great execution. Final boss is pretty cool, too, as you will see coming up. Come here, you. Something hath happened outside the room. Oh, that's right. Yeah, I needed to... Alright, let's not get fancy with it. I knew there was something in there. Is this where it's at? Yep. Nothing else here to this room other than that. Use your head. Ladies and gentlemen, use your head. Ooh. Fuzzy Beetle car. One of these days I'll 100% this game. There's a lot of games on my 100% list that I've never done before. Thousand Year Door is one of them. I'll probably 100% the remake on stream. Very much looking forward to that. And all those videos will be uploaded to YouTube, you better believe it. should be a ladder, yep. That's fine. Big red button, ladies and gentlemen. What's the worst that could happen? It's the last couple there. There we are. Now we can enter. Yeah, I remember these being numbered. To be honest, I know I just looked it up and it said 18.5 hours. I don't think it'll take me. It might take me, since I am reading through the dialogue. It might take me 18.5 hours. But I also know what I'm doing in pretty much every situation, almost. There might be a thing or two here I forget. Like I said, it's... you know. It's been a few years since I played this game. Good 5, at least. Used to be like at least a 2 time per year experience for me back in the day. Ladies and gentlemen, meet Fractale. Very cool boss with a tragic ending. You'll come to see that as a theme in this game. Pretty much every chapter, things are not always what they seem. And it's something I love about this game. And hell, even the overarching story, same thing. Things are not what they seem currently. It's not all sunshine and raindrops. There's a lot of tragedy and heartache behind the scenes. It's something you'll notice. That there'll be some very cool character moments with a lot of different chapter-specific characters going forward. Some funny, some interesting, some heartbreaking. This game is an emotional ride, and it's fantastic. Leave immediately or be purged. Wait, scan initialized. Red cap detected, blue overalls detected. Level 5 mustache detected. Incredible. Possible subject identification. But it is impossible. Hold your position. Searching databanks. This guy's like the system I use at work. Our management system. It only responds to capital letters. Every function is in capital letters. This guy functions just like that, apparently. Search complete. 1 positive match. System overload. Legendary hero identified. Forgive me, hero. I am called Fractale. My only purpose is to defend the Pure Heart from lawless intruders. You are late. I have waited thousands of years for your arrival. You may pass. The Pure Heart is just ahead. He's just a guardian. He was waiting for us. He's on our side. Ha ha ha. It won't be that easy, oh no. Who speaks? Hi, Dementio. So very nice to meet you, and your mustache. I am Countplex, Master of Dimensions, the pleaser of crowds. I am Dementio. Remember the name well. Oh, we will. I know you. You're that. It would be so very dull if your journey ended so easily. Instead, it ends with magic. I would like to know how Tippy planned on finishing that. I don't know if it's ever made clear how Tippy knows Dementio. I don't think it is. Yes, much better. Now you and this robotic guardian can spend some quality time. Yes, quality snack time. When he snacks on you, for you are the snack. Ha! Beep. I am error. Press any key to restart. System not found. Insert disk. Disk not found. Please confirm disk cover is closed. Read error. Insert boot and disk. Press enter. No response. System may be busy or melting into slag. Application error. Save your work and quit. You lost everything. Way to go, genius. Waiting for processors. 404. Computer hamsters not found. Threat level upgraded. Jelly Roll 1 detonation imminent. I love this game. I really do love this game. Hoogly boogly. Evil blip. Would create anything run, assault generate, run, go away, Yeti lip. Control, Alt, delete. Time for the Fractale fight. Poor guy doesn't even want to fight us. Once again, there's not much to the combat of this game. There's not much challenge here. God, that throat is killing me right now, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, happy allergy season. I'm sure you can hear it too. But this is a nightly thing. It's just, it won't go away. It just will not go away. And I ain't just gonna stop streaming for the entirety of allergy season. Regardless of how drowsy or itchy it makes me feel. Alright folks, we're riding high now. Good job, me. Way to press the wrong button. Alright. I know there's a way to do this, because I've done it before. Ah! Yeah, it's tough. I'm certainly not the master of this game. I know there's a way to do that, though. We'll try it again on the next run, because otherwise it'll be 3 trips doing this. Alright, we're back. Oh, I think I was a little closer that time. It's just tough to get. Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think so, I just wanted to be sure. There's really not much to boss fights or combat in general in this game. like I said, it's not a difficulty thing. It's just like there's a lack of substance, really. I mean, doing it the first time and not knowing how to beat them right from the jump, I'm sure is different. Only 12-year-old me would know what that's like. Sorry, Fractail. System crash. But yeah, like in the previous two games, there were like badges and stuff. Like even if it was easy, there were different ways to do it. In this game, there is in some cases. I have malfunctioned. What have I done? Hero, the error is mine. I am sorry. Shame circuit smoldering. It's not your fault, buddy. Please, you must save our world. Rest in peace, buddy. Rest in peace. Goddamn. They made it brutal, too. Like, first of all, he's a robot. Why does he have a spine? Or a skeleton of any kind? That's harsh. Justice for my mans. I love this music here. This is like music you fall asleep to. Welcome, hero. My name is Merlimina. This is where we get like plot exposition or like the reveal at the end of each chapter where, like I said, things are not always what they seem in this game. I am a dormant soul. I have waited long to give you your heart. Yes, I have been waiting for 1,500 years. Your presence here must mean that all worlds have begun to collapse. Yes, they have. In fact, that's why we're here. Before I give you the pure heart, you and I must speak. Listen well, hero. Long, long ago, my people built a civilization hailed as a beacon of culture. Sadly, despite our power, there was one thing we were powerless to stop. The Dark Prognosticus. Nobody knows who authorized the Dark Book. It foretold the events of the future. On the last page, it was written that a chaotic power would devour the world. We knew it had to be stopped. Our greatest minds devised a grand plan to stop the tragedy before it happened. We needed something with the pure essence of love to confront this chaos. Now, from that point of view, it almost sounds like the Dark Prognosticus came first, and then these guys just made something up to counter it. Almost seems like that one's the true prophecy. But, anyway, researchers set to work and they created the Purity Heart. We divided the Purity Heart into 8 pieces and hid them in different dimensions. We hid them for their own protection, waiting for the day the hero would arrive. Everything was going as planned, or so it seemed. But the wheels of destiny began to spin wildly out of control. It began with a very small incident. At the time, I was young and quite beautiful. It started the day I met 2 very fetching young men. 2 very fetching young? And you see, my life set sail towards a maelstrom of love, okay? You see, I asked one out, but however it was, well, you know. Basically, and then I said, and he said, and then... ... Oh, tale as old as time. A member of the Merlin ancestry putting Mario to sleep. And that is why we hope the Purity Heart will have the power to defeat chaos. To save all worlds, we must find the 8 pure hearts that form the Purity Heart. And that is all I have to say on the matter. Were you listening carefully? Oh, yeah. Excellent. I did tell the short version, so I wasn't sure if you would fully understand. It is up to you to find the pure hearts, for they are our last and only hope. Go forth, hero, and save the worlds. We are depending on you. Da-da-da-da. End of chapter. We're gonna do a couple more minutes worth of stuff after this. Anyway, before disappearing, Merlimina had entrusted Mario to save every world. She had waited 1,500 years to deliver the message to the legendary hero. With the second Pure Heart in hand, Mario is in great spirits. But 6 Pure Hearts still remain to be found, and the journey had just begun. With a flutter, Tippy said, "I think we'd better return to Flipside." The weight of every world's fate once again rested on Mario's shoulders. I would love to see. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot about this game. It has in-between stuff. Yeah, so I guess the hero went ahead and stomped you and sent you back here. You gotta forgive me, Count. I failed you. A force to be reckoned with. Consulted and learn where the hero will go next. We will lay a devious trap for him and bring him to his knees, Black. In the next chapter, we get to meet Mimi. She's charming. Yeah, I'll fire off a memo on that. Oh, Chunks, you got a sec? Yeah, so some minions in the Bowser organization are still resisting assimilation. I'm heading out to squash the resistance, and while I'm gone, I want you to stay here. Yeah, you just sit tight and think about your recent job performance. Tweaks my chin hairs. Mm-hmm. What's up, Peach? How did I end up napping here? Wait, didn't that nasty Count Bleck try to make me marry Bowser? And then Luigi, Luigi? Bowser? Anybody there? Oh no, you're the only one of the wedding party left standing, it looks like. You better believe I finally woke up. It was one crazy wedding. We can't even find his groomness. And that guy with the mustache, I think he had a green tux on or something. Yeah, Luigi, that's the guy. We don't know where he ended up either. Thing is, most of us minions got all brainwashed by that Bleck guy's assistant. Yeah, everybody's half nuts. It's not safe here. We've got to clear this area now. Private Koopa here will escort you. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go help my men. King Bowser would burn me to a crisp if I left him. Leave no Koopa behind. Hail, Bowser. Farewell. It's very cool that they're, saving Peach. We'll be back in this room eventually, very late in the game. I believe there's a couple bonus things to find in here. There is no hope for escape. All hail the glorious Count. Submit to his rule, you will love it. Johnson, I am your captain. Drop and give me 20. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna have to tell you that your orders mean nothing. Schedule you in for 10 o'clock brainwashing. You tell this Count. Kirk. Hail, Black. Yes, ma'am. They even broke the captain. Look, lady, if they find us, it's game over. We gotta clear this area stat. This is essentially just a preview of where we'll be at later in the game. Well, that's not good. This is your dead end. Gasp. Find cover, lady. I'm trained to handle scum like this. Bjort. And they gave him sunglasses. And a cool necklace. I thought the wedding explosion finished you. Yeah, but this is the end of the road, and your luck runs out right here. It's time you came over and got with the program. Come and serve the Count. Never! Yeah, it's great and all, but my hypno powers kind of say otherwise. Dot, dot, dot. We have no need for her. I wonder who could have done that. Oh, these are great. I remember that day well. The room was warm. The whole place was at peace. Ugh. Ugh. You're awake at last? Where am I? Is this a human's home? Bleck. Foreshadowing. Don't wiggle like that. I found you at the cliff base. You took quite a fall. You're a human, correct? I don't repulse you? I am of the tribe of darkness. Why would that matter? Anyone with a heart would not ignore an injured soul. That was the day our paths crossed. That day, that was the day our tragedy was set in motion. This game is so well structured. So many little things in between each chapter. I love it. All right. First to Merlin's place. Better believe it. We don't waste time, Merlin. So how was it, dear friends? Did you find a pure heart? We met Merlimina. She gave it to us. You were well met. She is an ancestor of mine. She was the one who wrote the Light Prognosticus to counteract the Dark One. They are why we are here. Merlin, bad news. You see, a girl fell out of the sky. Let's go figure out what's going on here. That would be Princess Peach.
Oh. Yeah.
That's the one. We're gonna cook up some spicy soup. Because that's what we do when people fall out of the sky. Here we are. Spicy soup. We'll start skipping a little bit of dialogue here, too. It's not all important. You need a fire burst. Yes. There's nothing I love more than Nintendo's extremely obvious product placement, too. Like the Mailbox SP and Thousand Year Door, which I hope stays in the remake, and you got the Nintendo DS little thing on the wall over there. Spicy soup. You gonna cook something else for me while I'm here? Oh, never mind, I guess not. Not an option. Eat up, Peach. Come back to us.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, Mario, you're okay. This is Flipside.
Yeah.
And then before I knew it, I awoke and saw Mario, you, and Tippy. Well, my dear, that right there is most assuredly a tale of woes and troubles. What do you suppose happened to Luigi and Bowser? There is just no way to know, you're right. I just hope they're safe. Look at Peach, even hoping Bowser's safe. Hey, what's going on, man? How are you? Welcome to my revisit of Super Paper Mario. Happy to have you stop by. That when one pure heart shall lead the way to the next. So it is written. There are still more heart pillars to be found in Flipside, young ones. When you find the next heart pillar, you must set up your heart in it. And I believe I remember where that is. The mysterious Merlee. Like Bustovius and I, Merlee is one of the ancients. We are like long-lost cousins. If my instincts are correct, it may be the next pure heart we seek. I must tell you, the Light Prognosticus also speaks of her magical powers. Oh yeah, that's, I wasn't sure if I'd have time for this one. I really was not sure. It was a close call, but I got Dolphin to work at least in a respectable manner here and got familiar enough with it. I can't stream from original hardware still. It's something I'll work on probably by the end of the year. But yeah, no, I had to get it in. I got Origami King in. I had to get this in. With TTYD coming up, I'm in a very papery Mario mood. Unfortunately, our journey's sort of coming to an end tonight. It'll be, today was the intro in Chapter 1. Tuesday will be Chapters 2 and 3. Because it is almost bedtime. It's actually past bedtime, but I never sleep well on Sunday nights, so we pushed it a bit. Come on, doesn't matter if it's dangerous. Peach can handle it. We know this. After all, that void is spreading in the sky is my fault, my and Bowser's. Well, I wouldn't say that, Peach. So I'm going, and that's fine. Well, I've made my decision. Welcome to the party, Peach. I insist you take this. We will be needing that.
Pizza time.
Sass. Nothing like a late night pizza time.
I'm him.
This may be one of the keys to uncovering them. Quite literally, in fact. Please use this key wherever it fits here in town. And I'll just start sticking it in random places and seeing what happens. I got used to, yeah. That'll do it. That'll do it. Yeah, typically my only bad sleep nights, so I shouldn't say bad sleep, sleeping in nights I should say, Friday, Saturday, and obviously Monday I don't sleep in. It's just, you know, from the sleeping in over the weekends, you know. Such is life. That's just how Mondays work. So that's why normally I'd be done by like 10:30. 10:30 at the absolute latest. Like, that's when I'll be done by Tuesday and Thursday. I kind of timed it, and it looks like my estimate was accurate. It seems like each chapter is going to take me about an hour and a half. Because I've been going for 221, and about 40 of that was the intro and everything. Then about 5 to 10 minutes was me taking a shit. And so yeah, a little over a half hour, or an hour and a half for each one. So let's go, Mario. Come on, Tippy. Let's go. Put that pure heart in its pedestal. And then that'll be the end of our journey tonight. No worries, Cess. I'll try to find some time to record soon. I feel like I've been slacking. Alright, we already know where this gate is. Just gotta remember where I button mapped this shit. Oh wait, no, I need to switch characters first. Yeah, there we are. We use that key right here. This one's a pretty simple one. We don't get this one yet. I'm just kind of exploring, refamiliarizing myself. Like I said, I know this game, but it's been 5 years. Alright, let's see if I still remember which one it is. Is it that one? It is! It is. Maluvi card? Wasn't sure who was the first one or not. It felt right, though. And a Merlin card. Collectibles. Like I said, this is not a 100% run. That'll happen eventually. Try flipping. Yeah, we know. I'm just exploring. Just exploring. Alright, Peach. Do your thing. Here we are. Hold that shit up high. And ladies and gentlemen, the pathway to Chapter 2 has been opened. What the hell am I doing? I can just fast travel. Something you forget about pretty easily in a game like this, because it's just an older game. You're not used to those conveniences. Obviously, we will not be answering that today, because chapters 2 and 3, which are two wonderfully charming chapters and have a ton of fun. Chapter 3, oh, Chapter 3 is peak. I am really looking forward to that on Tuesday, ladies and gentlemen. I will have a lot to say. There's a lot to laugh at in that chapter. It's super, super charming and awesome. It's a fantastic chapter, and it has some Easter eggs in it too. It's a really, really good chapter. 10 out of 10 recommend. I'd love to see as much of y'all as possible on Tuesday. This is a great game, but that between 3 and 5, 4 is pretty good too. I don't know. There's a lot of good chapters in this game. There's some sub chapters that aren't that great, but there's a lot of good things that happen in this game. But yeah, so that is it for today. This has been the first time I've attempted my revisit series where I try to provide as much commentary as possible here. My thoughts on the games of my childhood, essentially. I think it went really well. Obviously, we will just be streaming the gameplay. And this game has a post game, so I will make a lot of my opinions clear during that section when we get to that. But I'm gonna try to do a YouTube video too, like a comprehensive, like 10-15 minute like review of it while I just like horse around in like the Flopside Pit of 100 Trials or something like that. I think that would be a cool idea to do. But this has been very, very fun. I saw a lot of people stop by to view this as well. Greatly appreciated as always, especially for such a great game. Yeah, again, I appreciate it. Y'all are great. I'm gonna get to bed now. That would be a wise thing for me to do at this hour, for sure. Again, y'all are great. Hopefully I'll see y'all Tuesday and Thursday as well, because this game is great, and I can't wait to play more of it. Till then, my friends. Adios.